Hi and welcome to my channel. In this episode I would like to share with you my tips on greatly improving your GoPro footage look in a quick, low effort and straightforward way that should take no more than 5 to 10 minutes to accomplish. As a small mountain biking videos creator, I can assure you that the quality of the output is significantly better, which in turn should attract more viewers to your channel and make you stand out amongst the competition. Just a few notes before we start. Firstly, this is not meant to be a comprehensive video editing tutorial. Secondly, GoPro settings. I'm not going to talk about these, but they are the key to make editing your posts as easy as possible. All of the GoPro settings and the reasons why are listed in the description. And lastly, I use DaVinci Resolve for editing my videos. I believe for a small channel like mine, it is the best software out there. So without further ado, let's get to it. So firstly, make sure that you're on the edit tab and then drop the clip in. As you can see, we need to rotate the clip first. And then what I normally do, I start by adding the adjustment clip, which makes the process of color grading a lot easier. By adding an adjustment clip, you apply your changes to this clip or potentially any other clip in the whole video. Then what we are looking for next is you're looking for a part of the clip which best represents the lighting conditions. It looks very similar everywhere, so let's see here. We've got a few different colors in there. So then what you do, you go to the color tab and then you start playing with those settings. Throughout the editing career, I pretty much found my go-to settings, but this is something you're gonna have to experiment with. So I normally start by increasing the contrast, which makes the picture darker. And then, as we're using a low sharpness mode in GoPro, you also want to change the mid detail to about 30. But again, you can play with this by dragging left and right and see the value that you're happy with. I normally stick it between 15 and 30 depending on the footage. So the next thing you do, as we can see, we want to bring the shadows out a little bit because it's a bit dark where the trees are. So you want to increase the shadows. And if we can just scroll through the video, we can probably reduce the highlights a little. It will bring more detail. Now the next thing you want to look at is saturation. This is very personal. It depends on your preference really. Some people like oversaturated videos, some look cooler looking. So just play with it. As you can see, we're then reducing the color significantly. So you want to bring the color up a little bit. You don't want to overdo it, so it then looks unnatural. As you can see, there's still a bit of a detail lost in the shadows, so we can try and bring this up. And then, depending on the footage again, you just want to play it and just check that you haven't overexposed the sky. The shadows are still showing details, and that looks pretty good to me. Just to show you the difference before, after. As you can see, there's a lot more detail now in the shadows with the color grading applied. Sky pops up, the grass looks green. Literally 5 minutes and you're done. The key to achieve good results is making subtle changes. Don't go overboard because picture will look unnatural. To summarize, begin by increasing the contrast because that makes the most difference. Then play with some sharpness settings. Next thing you want to look at is shadows and highlights. From my experience, I always need to bring up the shadows and reduce the highlights a little because the sky tends to be overexposed. Also experiment with temperature to make your picture look cooler or warmer depending on the look you're going for. That's it folks, there you have it. I hope you find it useful. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below.